All right, welcome to the new coach call. Hopefully you guys are all new coaches or you are just recently deciding that you want to start working the business. My name is Ashley Molstead. I will be running this training with Emily Favre. We are both on the same team, and so Emily will, I'm going to kick it off, and then Emily will introduce herself when she starts going, but same team. And hopefully you guys might have another coach on the team. We all work together. So I will just preface this. I'm going to share my screen by saying you're going to hear a lot of information tonight, and it might start to feel a little bit overwhelming. We will tell you exactly where you should be focusing your time so that you don't get overwhelmed, because this business, there are some fancy things you can add to it, but it really is simple. And it will be recorded, so you can go back and watch, and you will have us and the team page and everything. So you don't have to retain everything that we say tonight, but we just want to give you a good foundation and framework to get started on building a solid business, because it can completely change your life if you want it to, like it has for both Emily and I. All right, so I think I'm going to try to do, I think I need a presentation in this mode. So I can't see you guys anymore, but Emily, can you unmute yourself and say if you can see the screen?
I can see you and everything.
Perfect. Oh, you can? Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay, I only see the presentation. So I guess I'll just be relying on your voice to tell me.
Yes, I'll let you know if something goes wrong.
Okay. All right, cool. So, yep, welcome to the call. So first things first, just to take some pressure off of yourself, you got to know that no matter what, you know, I've been a coach for 5 years or something. Emily's been a coach for 4 years or something like that. You guys are brand new coaches. It doesn't matter how long you are in this journey, your number one job is to work on you. So there's a lot of people that are like, well, I don't want to share anything yet. I'll wait until I, get some results or I get into the program. It's like, okay, you can do that, but your job, no matter what, is to work on you. So even if you do want to start really working this business, you got to show up for yourself first. So you have to, get to know the products, use and love them, which means you push play every day on a program. And I had a call with a new coach this morning who was just kind of, I was like, oh, what program are you doing? I've been playing around with T25. And I asked her, are you like following the calendar or just kind of doing it? And she's like, oh, I just do whatever sounds good. And I would really recommend you guys to pick a program and do it start to finish. I think for a couple of reasons, there is something to be, I know a lot of you are probably just going to be doing 80-day obsession or the 2D mindset. A lot of you will be joining us when launch 4 or lift 4 launches. But I think it's really important to do a program start to finish instead of just playing around. It's cool to play around to like see what we offer, but there is something that comes with confidence of checking the box every day. And I feel like it's a very different outcome when you say, oh, I've worked out for the last 90 days or whatever, 6 days a week for the last 90 days, as is the case with 80-day obsession versus, or if you just do that versus I completed a program. Like I did that. I showed up and I committed and I completed this program and I'm a graduate of that. It's very different mindset. You will build more confidence, I think, when you have something that you get to check the box and feel really accomplished. But more than that, it also shows people, like when people come to you and they say, oh my gosh, your results are amazing. You can say, this is exactly what I did to get those results, versus if you're kind of just playing around and dipping your toe in a bunch of different programs, you don't really have a system to just package up in a nice little bow and give to them to say, here's what you need to do to also see results. So I say, commit to a program, pick your start date, show up for it, do it every day. If you get injured or sick or something, obviously you got to take care of you first, but commit to a program, do it every day. Commit to drinking your shake. I was not a shake drinker or believer. I drank it probably 4 or 5 days a week when I first started. And I kept hearing people say like all these amazing things that it was doing for them. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to give myself a 30-day challenge. And I drank it every day for 30 days. And then I took it out for a week to see if I felt different. And I felt worlds different. And you guys will get more objections about the shake. Sometimes they're disguised as a price objection or like I have my own protein powder or, I'm whatever. I don't drink shakes. I don't drink shakes either. But you will get more objections to the shake or the price than anything. So you have to really be a believer in it. And if you drink it every day, you will become a believer in it. And then, so that's it. Your job is to work on you. then share your journey with other people. So start showing up on social media, start posting, you know, at least once a day, and showing up. If you're not doing Instagram stories or Snapchat, you really should be posting more than once a day, I think, as long as it's really good content. If you're doing stories, you can get away with just one really solid post a day. And also starting connections, we'll get through that. But it really is about focusing on you, sharing your journey with other people, and then inviting other people to join you. And then as they join you, let them know that they can do the same. They focus on them, they get results, they share the results with other people and invite people to join you. And that is how you start building your team. But you must help yourself first before you can help others. I think I do. Do I do this, Emily? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so there's a ton of places to get information, and we're just gonna walk you through some of the top places. So first, I would just say that both Emily and I learned pretty much everything that we need to know to build this business through Google and YouTube. When I joined, I didn't have a coach that ran anything like this. I didn't have a coach that, you know, she's inactive in the business. So I learned how to build my business by Googling and watching other coaches' trainings on YouTube. And when Emily joined, I was brand new, so I didn't have trainings like this or anything either. So you just try to be as self-sufficient as you can. Of course, lean on us when you can't find the answer, or lean on your coach, not necessarily us if you have a different, you know, sponsor coach. But YouTube and Google are going to be your best friends. Some other really great places I will show you. I'm going to share my screen to my online office. I don't think I have it up. So one, you might already have checked this out, but your coach online office, so you just go to teambeachbody.com, log in if you're not logged in already, hover over coach and then click coach office. And then here is your landing page. So what you want to check every day, we'll talk about this later, but your success club. So you want to see, eventually, you guys, your goal should be to hit Success Club every month, which we will talk about it, but it's helping 3 people. So you'll see, it will say right here, not qualified if you're not qualified, or you'll see SC5 or SC10. We'll get into that. Your coach ID number is right here, which you'll need to know. If you click on team here, you have your upline, your star diamond upline. So it's probably going to be, for most of you, your star diamond upline is going to be myself or Emily. There's a couple. Jamie is also star diamond. There's another Emily, so there's a couple. You've got your volume, earnings, so your paycheck, all this stuff. This is basically your hub for everything. To check your orders as customer orders, you go to, I spend most of my time in this online office under monitor my business, and you can click under customer orders here. To run like a challenge group, click on grow my business and do challenge group tools. So I would recommend playing around in here and just like seeing all the information that there is. There's trainings, events. And then another thing to pay attention to is obviously coach breaking news to see what's going on, but you'll also learn those things mostly in our team pages, but also business alerts. And this is going to show, you'll see, like, it'll say you have X amount of coaches in your organization. That is because you are on a team that is growing rapidly right now, and you will have one leg that is built for you. So it will, like, maybe you haven't signed any coaches yet, but it'll show you have, you know, 6 new coaches in your organization. So that means you get to benefit from their volume and stuff, which will help your income down the line. But they're not going to help you rank advance. So only when you personally sponsor coaches and build your team that way do you rank advance, but your income is affected as our team grows. So you picked a good team to join. We also have a lot of fun. So this is your coach online office. Just play around. Anything that has a blue hyperlink, you can click on and get to know. We also have our team page. So if you go to your Facebook, over here on the shortcuts, Emily has one, your coach probably has one. If they don't, our big one is Follow Your Bliss Family. And in here is where you'll find out about our calls that are every Tuesday night, about any contests we're running, like new program launches, information, all kinds of stuff. And then also under the Files tab is a really great resource for scripts on how, you know, scripts that I personally use to talk to people. Also like 5-day clean eating challenges, 7-day clean eating challenges, just all kinds of things in here. And then another great feature is if you search. So a lot of times you'll have a question like, is Shakeology gluten-free? Or can I take Energize when breastfeeding? Or something like that. So you could type in like nursing and see what comes up, because maybe there's a question about that. Nursing mamas, you drink Energize, yes or no? There's some comments, all right. So you'll get an answer like that rather than typing the question and asking the group and waiting for a response. You can get a lot of information just by using that search feature. So these are some two really great resources. And then the third one that I want to show you is coachfaq.com. This has all of your answers to everything Beachbody related. So say you have a question about Lift 4 and when it launches, you could type in Lift 4 in this search. Oh, I didn't do the T. Lift 4 in this search, and it will bring up all these programs. It'll tell you the launch date, what's included, all these things. This is also where you can do a live chat with people. So if you click on contact us at the bottom, you'll select one of these, say you have a question about your account. So you click on that, decide what you need to do, right? Something else. I don't know what you need, but you'll do that. So you can chat with an agent. You can do an online chat or a live telephone call. So I think that those are the main resources. Coach, yep. And then I did mention, but every Tuesday night, we have, every Tuesday night we have team calls. They are at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And those details are posted in the group. And then every Monday, the Team Beachbody organization itself hosts something called the National Wake Up Call, and that is at 8 a.m., but they're all recorded and they're in the podcast app. Also, the Beachbody Champions page is a really great resource, but they put the calls in there. And that is also so YouTube, Google, and these National Wake Up Calls is how I learned how to basically build a business. So those are your resources that you will want to get very familiar with. Everything that you need to know can basically be found here. Okay.
All right, I think this one's me.
Yes.
Okay, so like Ashley said at the beginning of the call, my name is Emily Faber, and I am the founder of Team Fit and Fancy Dynasty, and we also have a team page. If you're on here, you've probably already been added. If not, let me know. But like Ashley said, I've been a coach for about 4 years, and she's so spot on when she says we didn't have all of the trainings and everything that you have available to you now. So please use it and use us too, because we know a lot more than we did back then. But these are, right here's the 4 vital behaviors and things that we're going to tell you that you need to be doing all the time, because it's almost like the ticket to have a successful business. So the first one is be proof of the product works. And Ashley touched on this a little bit, but it's just showing up every single day and doing a program start to finish. No matter if you're tired or no matter if you're on vacation, show up and show people what is possible with the program. I always tell my coaches, if you can't get through a program, the people join you don't think they can get through a program either. So you are the proof to them that it works. And that means, doing a workout, drinking your shake, using the performance line if you'd rather, trying almost everything, because you're going to honestly fall in love with everything that Beachbody has to offer if you try it. And so I always say too, how do you expect someone to buy something from you if you're not using it yourself? If someone comes to you and says, how are those beach bars? It's not the best feeling to be like, I don't know. You want to know and be able to give them a straight answer. So, and trust me, you'd fall in love with them. Ashley and I both were joking, we're on this cleanse, and that's the hardest thing for us right now is those dang beach bars. We just want them so bad. So make sure you're trying everything, and you can change your monthly shipments too. So you don't have to get Shakeology and the bars and performance line every month. Just switch it up if you want. So the second one is share, connect, and invite. Pretty obvious. You want to be sharing often. I always say that your social media is your storefront. So if you aren't showing up on social media, then people are going to think your store is closed and they're going to move on to the next store. So you want to be open and available at all times for people to join you. You don't want people to come to your social media and be like, oh, I don't think she's coaching anymore, or she's not very serious about this. They're not going to join you. So that means sharing, posting, twice a day on your social media, and then Instagram stories. You need to be on there all day. And if you're sitting here saying, I don't have Instagram, you need to sign up for Instagram tonight, because it is a game changer. So, I always say Instagram stories is where people see your personality. Anyone can say anything in a post and, spend forever on the verbiage on a post, but Instagram stories is how someone really gets to know you, whether you have like a sense of humor or you're an emotional person, whatever. That's where people get to know you and get an inside scoop of your life, your dogs, your family, kids, whatever. So that's where you need to be. And if I say like all day from like morning to night, you don't want like a ton of talking ones and, a ton, but you want an inside scoop of your life. And it's a great way, like I said, to connect with people and also invite people. So we always encourage you to personally invite people to your groups. Friends and family are a great place to start, but inviting people through posts is super easy. My favorite is writing up a post of my transformation and asking them to drop an emoji. Super easy, and people don't want to put in a lot of effort, or they don't want to admit that they need help. So dropping an emoji is an easy thing. And then also invites on Instagram stories are a game changer, because you can do like the polls now, or just like the voting things, anything. So just an example, last month I said, do you want a nutrition or a workout group? So people click nutrition or workout and whatever one, and you can see who voted what. And I would message those people and get the people that clicked nutrition hooked up with 2B Mindset, and the people that clicked workouts with 80 Day Obsession or BOD or whatever. So it's a great place to start conversations and really get to know people by doing posts and invites like that. The third thing is personal development, which I think Ashley, probably when I first started coaching, she wanted to strangle me because it was the one thing I never did, because I was just like, why am I going to waste time reading a book when I could be sending out invites? And the truth is, this business isn't always going to be fun and glamorous. And there's going to be months you're going to be like, this is the best thing in the world. And then there's going to be months you're going to be like, I hate this and I want to quit. And that's where personal development comes in, because you have to get out of your own head. So even if it's just 10 minutes a day, sometimes if I wake up in a funk, I will do personal development right away, because I know it will help. I listen to a lot of podcasts because I don't like reading. But my favorites right now are Girl Wash Your Face. Well, I already read that one, but then I love like Gary Vee's podcasts and Tony Robbins' podcasts. So if you need a little pep in your step, or you're feeling discouraged, like the first thing Ashley and I are going to say to you if you text us is, are you doing personal development every day? The fourth thing is recognition. So basically celebrate everything on this journey. And you'll see Ashley and I and, other coaches on the team, we always shout out coaches for hitting ranks or big goals or whatever, because I always say, like, it makes you feel special when someone shouts you out or congratulates you on something. So it's going to make someone else feel the same way. And, I do everything from someone hitting emerald to diamond to quitting their job to hitting Success Club their first month as a success starter, whatever. Recognition is what keeps people going. I know for me, to this day, Ashley and I we're like pretty much best friends, and I've been doing this 4 years, but still when she shouts me out, it means so much. So do not underestimate recognition. Okay. So your first goal as a new coach is actually pretty simple, and I don't want y'all to overthink it, because all it is helping 3 people sign up with what you did. So if you're on this call, you signed up with a challenge pack, and that's your goal, is to help 3 people get hooked up with that. So it can be, if they already have BOD, you can get them a completion pack, or, just any challenge pack or Shakeology, anything like linked with Shakeology or the Performance Line is a challenge pack. And the goal, I don't really sell anything to anyone that's not BOD plus Shakeology or BOD plus Performance Line. I don't ever really just, get someone just BOD, because I believe in Shakeology and the Performance Line so much, as should you. Another reason you should be using it, because you won't have a hard time with those objections. So it's just helping 3 people. And when I first signed up, Ashley told me, Emily, if you want to be successful, you're going to hit Success Club every single month. And I did. And I helped my husband was on board with me. Till to this day, by the 5th, he'll be like, where are you at in Success Club? And, in the past, I wanted to strangle him because I wasn't at my goal by the 5th, but that's always my goal. And so having accountability through my husband or my friends or whoever, find someone that will help you, because if you want to be successful, you're going to hit Success Club every month. And a side note, you do need to be on 90 PV/HD. And basically what that means is just 90 PV. So like that's Shakeology or 3 boxes of bars or the Performance Line, which is Recover and Energize paired together on home direct. Not all of them, any of them. And that's auto ship. If you are missing that little HD part and you get the 90 PV and you get the 6 points, you do not qualify for Success Club and you won't get like the money towards the trips and all that. So you want to make sure that that's something that you check on. And like Ashley said at the beginning, you'll know in your back office, it will say like not qualified. That's because either it hasn't shipped or you're not signed up for it. So a few perks of Success Club is not only will you start building like residual income and getting more clientele and all that, you can earn a free ticket to our annual Coach Summit, which this year is in, Indy. And it's just hitting Success Club for the first 3 months that you're a coach. Should be your first goal because everyone needs to be there 100%. And if you earn it like say you're a new coach and you are on your way, you will earn it for next year instead. And then another huge perk is those free trips that you see us go on. We just got back from Mexico and you can earn the whole thing for 2 people just by hitting Success Club. And so if you need another reason to help 3 people a month, let that be it. Is this you or me, Ash?
Me, but this computer is so slow. All right, guys. So how do you hit Success Club? She mentioned you are going to get 3 people set up with basically what you got set up with. And a great place to start is with your closest friends and family.
Stop.
Just because, you normally share things that you love with like your best friend. You're like, I've been given this example lately, but like when Taylor Swift was going on tour, I immediately messaged my friend Colleen and I was like, oh my God, Taylor's coming. Her opening show is here. We have to do this together, right? And then we bought tickets and we went. So you share things that you're excited about with your best friend. Maybe your best friend's your sister or your mom or a friend, someone in your life. But I would say like screenshot our results or something and say, okay, girl, I just signed up to do this program. I'm super excited, kind of nervous. Would you want to do this with me? Right? Like some super simple, because everyone's like, I don't want to sell to my friends and family. And it's like, well, don't sell. Just invite them to do something that you're excited about and that, like as you would with anything else, just share it with them and see if they want to do it with you. If they don't, cool, no problem. But if they do, sweet. Now you have a partner in crime to do this with, and they can sign up through you. But the first thing is to commit to a challenge group start date. So we call them boot camps, but they're those online private communities that we run in Facebook, and you want to start your own. Now, if you don't feel comfortable starting your own, you can add people to our groups. They just need to make sure, like I make it a requirement that they are drinking Shakeology, unless there is an allergy. So if they have an allergy, then they don't have to obviously be drinking Shakeology. But if someone's just like, I don't want to, I make it a requirement. You are able to run your business however you want. And in the beginning, I didn't always make Shakeology a requirement, but now I really believe in the value of it, and I know that people object to it, and if I don't make it a requirement, most people won't do it. I was someone that didn't want Shakeology, right? So I make it a requirement because I know it's better for them, and it's also, it is going to be better for you to build a business, but really everything in this business, all the decisions that you make, you have to be thinking from a perspective of what is the best thing for them. So that's also why we always offer the challenge pack, like Beachbody On Demand with Shakeology or with the Performance Line or something, because it is like $60 more to get 30 meals or to get your pre and post workout versus just paying $99 for the workouts. And people are eventually going to want to try Shakeology and stuff anyway once they become believers. So you have to be thinking about like that you are serving your community with a gift that can help them. So choose a challenge group start date. And think about, how your invites to look. So this is an invite that I had put up in February. It's a picture of my transformation. If you don't have a transformation yet, you don't have to have that. You can just put a post out saying, it's you, something eye-catching. You want your images to be light, bright, and eye-catching. So it'll stop the scroll, but it doesn't have to be a transformation necessarily. And just say, if you don't have a transformation, like I just started this, super excited. This is a story of why I started or what I was feeling and now what I'm feeling, anyone want to join me, right? So you can put up these invites, but you also have to message behind the scenes. So this is an invite that I put up where I tell a little bit of story. 3 weeks separate these two photos. Not sure how many pounds or inches gone, but I can tell you how good it feels to have recommitted to myself and my health. And then, talk about like my pregnancy and my journey. And then I say at the bottom, I'm currently accepting applications for my next boot camp. If you're ready to start showing up for yourself, send me an email. In the beginning, these weren't as successful for me because I didn't have a ton of people watching me and trusting me yet. So I did have to send like specific invites to people to say, hey, like I have this going on. I've thought about you. Would you ever consider joining me? But if you are going to put one of these out, just make sure the image is light, bright, and eye-catching, and decide, give yourself maybe 2 to 3 weeks from now when you're going to start your challenge group. And if you don't get a ton of people, no problem. You can always add them to ours. But I do think it's good to choose your own challenge group start date, and then hopefully you have enough people that you can run your own. So how are your first invites going to go? We already talked about friends and family, but basically your goal is to become a conversation expert. Your goal is not to sell products ever. I don't feel like I ever sell anything. I literally feel like I am just sharing my solution, the thing that worked for me, because I tried every diet before Beachbody. But you do want to be talking to about 3 new people a day or 20 new people a week. So you're sending new messages, just checking it. Like, you're not trying to close them, you're just opening that door again. We have a lot of friends that, we're friends with on Facebook that we met at a party in college, or we went to high school with, or we used to work with, or something like that, and we lost touch with them. You're just reconnecting. So you go to their profile, see what's going on in their world, reach out, comment on something, ask them a question. You want to end every message with a call to action, meaning you ask them a question. So you'll be brief with your message, be excited, and end every message with like, what is a goal that you're working on? Or if it's your first message reaching out, you can just be like, oh, I saw you and the family, or just went to Hawaii. What island did you go to? Something very simple. Or I love that sweater. Where did you get it? Right? You're just starting a conversation and just chatting, but always end every message with a call to action. Now, when you get into, not all of these conversations are going to transition to Beachbody right away. That's okay. You don't have to force them there. Eventually, if you are doing your job of showing up on social media and posting good content, and you've started these conversations, they will be watching you, and eventually they will become your customers just when they're ready. So, but when the conversations do get to Beachbody, if someone messages you and they're like, okay, girl, what are you doing? Tell me about it. I want to sign up. They do not want to sign up. They do not want the link right away. They are hoping that it's free. They are hoping that it's like a quick fix, easy solution. They are not expecting you to say it's $160 and you get the shake and da-da-da. They're gonna be like, no, thanks, I'm not in. So you have to slow down. Like, as I remember in the beginning, I would get those messages. I'm like, okay, I want to tell them everything. I'm so excited. I have somebody, right? But you have to take the pressure off the conversation, take the pressure off of the sale, and realize there's a human being behind there with real problems and struggles that you can help fix. So you have to, ask them questions, figure out like if someone were to send that message, instead of saying, oh yeah, here, I'm going to show up and throw up and tell them all the information, and then here's my link to order. Instead of doing that, resist the temptation and instead say, oh my gosh, girl, it has been so amazing. It's this private online group. I have been loving it. It's been great accountability. We just work out at home. Do you have like some goals that you're working on or something like that, right? So you affirm them, you're brief, you're excited, you end it with a question. When they say, oh, I don't have the money for that right now, or I need to talk to my husband, you have to understand that objections are not a no. They're just a part of the process. They're a learning experience for you. And if you start getting a lot of like the same price objections, or you're I don't have time, or I always want to work in the gym, like if you're getting themed objections, what I would recommend is making a public post about it, about how you overcame it, because most of us didn't have the money to sign up when we enrolled, but something in our brain said, all right, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm just going to try it, right? You resisted it for a while, and then there was something that you overcame in your brain to give it a shot. And so think about that. Tell that story. How did you overcome that price objection yourself? How did you decide to make this investment, right? So know that objections are going to be coming your way, and be empathetic. And, as people, as they're coming to you, you tell your story. Like, I totally and so you can adopt the feel, felt, found. Like, I totally understand how you feel. I felt the exact same way. I couldn't afford it when, I found out about this either. But what I found was, so feel, felt, found is a great way to overcome objections. And then again, I mentioned we have scripts in the team page. One thing I want to make sure that you guys don't do is feel fear around the cost of our program, because $160 to $240, depending what they sign up with, is an investment. Absolutely, there's no doubt about that. That is a huge chunk of change, but it is absolutely an incredible value for what they get. So in the scripts, it also breaks down, and I'm sure whoever your coach was that enrolled you broke it down for you, like, it's $160 or it's $240, whatever the program is that you enrolled with. But with that, you get 30 meals. You get access to my private online group. You get with built-in motivation. You get a nutrition plan, meal plans, access to a year's long worth of workouts, or access to our gym for a year for every single program we've ever, right? It sounds better in the scripts, but it's more concise in the scripts. So use that and break it down and help them understand the value of it, because if you guys have fear around the price of it, people can feel that. So just be confident in what we have to offer. I can tell you right now, I could not afford. I signed up with something, it was an Insanity Challenge pack way back when. It was $205. It was Insanity and Shakeology. One program and Shakeology for $205. I put it on a credit card, and because of that one purchase, I have been credit card debt free for 3 years now, and like living a life I never imagined, right? So you can't look at our price as like, this could be, and don't decide. I've also had people like, my friends just don't have a lot of money. People buy things all the time that they can't afford simply because they need it, because they decide I have to have it, because they see the value in it and they put it on a credit card. This is something that could change their life. I could not afford this when I signed up. It completely changed my life, and I sure am glad my coach who recruited me to this offered me the opportunity. And now, guys, did you hear I paid $205 for one program at Shakeology? Now you pay $160 for every single program we have ever put out, and every program that we are going to release in the next year in Shakeology. So we'll pay $45 less for way freaking more, right? So just understand that what we are presenting is completely worth its value. Okay, do I do this, Emily?
I think I do. Wait, I can't remember, but whatever. So this is the second goal, but the first rank is called Emerald. And this is something that actually now you'll see us do calls on all the time, because you could get there, the first rank, in 24 hours. Like, don't overthink the first rank. It's just you plus 2 people. And one of those most definitely should be your spouse. And you'll see that in the training university and like more of that explanation. Or you can ask Ashley, or I don't want to get too much into it, but you want your spouse to be your first coach, because it'll pay off big time then. And so it's just you plus 2, so your spouse, so you only need one other person. And an easy way, because you might be thinking like, I don't know anyone that would be interested in this, is using our scripts by offering the discount option to people. And so my first coach was my husband, and then the second one, I want to say, was a discount coach. And then like between that was probably like my mother-in-law or something. So I did not have any working coaches for, I don't know, the first like year, as crazy as that sounds. But this script, like, I was signing coaches and got to Emerald and Diamond within that first year because of this script. And you'll find it in the files section, and it's also in the training university as well. And it's just 2 options to order, both cost the same amount. And you might be thinking, oh, I just started. I don't even want to ask people to do that when I don't even know what I'm doing. Do not make that decision for anyone, because I was a discount coach. I did not want to do this at all. And it's completely transformed my life in more ways than you can even imagine. So do not make that decision. Even to someone that maybe doesn't seem like it, that they want it, that opportunity, still offer, because everyone loves a discount. And so please listen when we say use that script on every single person. Once they've like committed to the price and your group and everything, that's the last thing you send them before you send them the link. And I promise you'll be sending coaches, like almost every single person as a coach. So you have emerald, which is just 2 people. And then a ruby is you having 2 emeralds, one on each leg. And then another coach on each leg as well. And then diamond, but most of the time people just,
30 days is too long. You could do it like this.
Seriously, I have coaches that do it in 24 hours. And so most people skip ruby though. So we kind of ignore that one for the most part, and they go straight to diamond because you tend to recruit a lot more coaches than you do emeralds right away. But it's just 4 coaches on each leg and an emerald on each for diamonds. So again, not very difficult at all. And so just don't overthink it. But definitely tonight, if I were you, I'd write down, if you have a piece of paper next to you, what your goal is to get to that first rank and who your 2 people you have in mind. Is this one me, Ash?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. So I feel like this is my favorite thing because I just put so much effort into my social media because that's how people get to know you. And so please listen when we talk about this, because this is, like I said, this is your storefront. This is how people get to know you. This is what makes them want to join you. And first rule, we don't want you throwing up Beachbody and fitness stuff all over your social media, because that's just going to turn anyone away. That would turn me away. And Miss Goots, come here. Sorry, my husband's not home and she's like an infant. And so you want to make sure that it's pretty and you're offering more than just fitness stuff, because I can't tell you how many times someone has come to me for like a braid tutorial and then joins my boot camp like 3 months later. So we always say, like, think of 5 things that you are and stick with that. Not just like Beachbody, but like for me personally, it's my dogs, hair, beauty, fitness, and then Chick-fil-A. As silly as that sounds, that's what people know me for. And Ashley's is like baby and working out and self-love and dogs and all of that. So you want to think of the 5 things that you are and stick with that. And you want to be able to like go to your social media. Ashley took these screenshots a while ago, but this is a screenshot of our social media. So you see a really good variety of our lives. It's not just workout video or selfie, or sweaty selfie. It's so much. I can tell you right here, there's my dogs, and there's my transformation. And then I talked about the business in one of those posts and all of that. So you want to add a great variety to your social media, because Ashley always says people can go buy Beachbody anywhere. So you have to give them a reason to come to you. Whether they come to you for how cute your baby is first, that's great, but you need to keep them there. And this is usually how people see your social media first. So, they don't see the one post you put up, they see all of them at once. So like I said, to make sure it's not all the same thing or all these quotes or whatever. A tip I always try to incorporate the like funny quotes into captions. So my whole Instagram or social media isn't all these quote pictures. But the goal is to stop their scroll.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about what's going to happen when you guys start posting. Some of you might get a lot of love right away, and some of you might hear crickets. But I just want to talk about, and we should say, if you guys we will have some time for chat at the end. So if you have questions, you can type them in the chat box, and we'll address them at the end, or you can save them for the end. I saw that chat just pop up. All right, so power of consistency and patience. So I was just kind of a hobby coach in 2012. I think I joined in October of 2012 just for the discount. But putting this up, okay, so I put my link up. Would this stop anybody here's scroll? No. This is a picture that looks like someone selling something. And they are. It's Beachbody selling something. Beachbody can get away with putting pictures like this up because Beachbody's goal is to sell their stuff. Our goal, you have to get away from, the value from you is not in what you're selling. It's that you are the one selling it. And there is no me in this post. So I posted this. I put my link up. Like, anybody's going to stop this scroll and be like, whoa, oh my gosh, I got to go buy right now. Let me check out this link. Like, so I got 3 likes and 1 comment, and this girl was a fellow coach on the team. It's screen sales. There's no story attached to it, so it's not connecting with anybody. Fast forward to what I kind of post now and get a lot more engagement on. So I posted this in February of this year. It had 3.6 thousand likes, 133 comments, but there is, this is 6 years in between here, or 5 years, I guess, in between here. So it's a personalized image of me. It's light, bright, and eye-catching. It has a story, so it shares my journey, and hopefully, the idea is that I'm connecting with people that are reading it. So I'm reading like, what did I say? 6 weeks down, 6 to go. This is not about getting my body back. My body didn't go anywhere. This is about celebrating my body for all it's done and it's capable of doing. So what I'm doing here is like telling my story, but I am hoping to reach other moms who are like, oh, I got to get my body back. Like, I'm hoping they're reading this and saying, oh, what a great way to put that. Yeah, I could work on me, right? So you want to try to show up with light, bright, eye-catching images that are going to stop the scroll. And you have to be prepared that, like, you're not going to have a huge following in the beginning, but eventually you will have a massive following when you're consistent and you're patient, and you don't expect results overnight. This is not a get-rich-quick business. It can absolutely change your life, but it doesn't change anybody's lives. Like, the business doesn't change anybody's lives overnight. You really have to continue showing up every day, knowing that people are watching, because there are a lot of silent followers that are watching you but never comment or post or anything. And I was that kind of person. I was a silent follower before I was a Beachbody coach. I didn't like or comment on anything. So just be patient, but be consistent and continue to show up. Now, I just want to talk about some of the similarities with coaching, because I think a lot of times we overcomplicate the coaching thing. I just want to compare it to your fitness journey. So most of you probably signed up initially to get started on your fitness. Or if you came out and you were like, I want to get started on the business, we said, cool, let's get started on your fitness first. Because you really do, the only way to be successful in this business, we're not interested in have any sales people on the team. So you really have to love the products, which means you get started on your fitness journey. So when you struggle with your business, think about how you struggle with your fitness too. Results do not happen overnight in either of these things. You don't work out for a day and have one day of clean eating and expect to drop 30 pounds or whatever, or see a six-pack. That just doesn't happen. It's not realistic. Same with this business. You don't start showing up and posting and sending invites, and overnight you have a super successful business that you never have to work anymore for the invites or for people coming to you. That just doesn't happen. You don't have overnight success. You gotta keep showing up every single day. It's also super good to track to see results. That's why we have you do before photos in your fitness journey, before photos and measurements. And then you continue to take photos and measurements so that you can see your progress, because sometimes it's really hard to see. And also that's why a lot of times, like in the 2B mindset, she has you write down everything that you eat, because a lot of times there's little holes that you didn't realize are sabotaging your results, right? So like, for example, you don't think about the fact that you're finishing your kids' chicken nuggets, or you don't think about that handful of jelly beans that you had at work, or the, crackers that you snacked on while dinner was cooking. You don't think about that impacting your results, but if you write it down, then you see it. Same with this business. If you start tracking, like, how many people did I talk to today? How many invites did I send? How many times did I show up on social media? How many times did I invite, right? If you start tracking those results, it's a lot easier to see. If my business, I can't grow a team, then you can look and say, well, how many invites did I send out? How many times did I talk about the coaching opportunity, right? Or no one's saying yes to me. Well, how many invites did you send? So track your results to see progress. It is glaring when you put it pen to paper. In the same way that fitness and nutrition are the components to seeing results in your fitness journey, having public and private invites are twofold when you're in your business journey. So you have to put that like public challenge group invite out, be posting on social media, but you also need to be sending messages behind the scenes, doing that connection piece. It is a twofold success thing. Same with your fitness. As soon as you stop, results get farther away. So if you stop pushing play, you stop eating clean, you stop drinking water, you stop focusing on your sleep, your physical results go away. With your business, if you stop posting on social media, you stop sending those invites, you stop running, boot camps, you stop talking to people, your business is going to crumble. So you can't start building momentum. You think that you can ride momentum forever. You have to continue showing up. Even now, 5 years into this business, I show up every single day. There are, obviously you're going to schedule in downtime and you're going to take, certain time just to be with your family or just be with your friends or whatever, but you do have to show up every day, because once you stop, it is very hard to regain momentum. I think it's a lot easier to build momentum the first time, because if you quit and then you decide you want to come back, not only do you have to rebuild the momentum, but now you have to regain trust from that you've broken from people who you left high and dry, right? Also, comparison is the thief of joy. So when you're in these boot camps, don't look to the left and right and say, they lost weight faster than me, they're seeing more results than me. Just focus on your own journey. It's the same with this business. There are going to be people, like for me, there's people that joined after me who have seen success way faster than me. And there's people that joined before me who don't have as much success as I have. But it's just my journey. I just focus on what I can control. I know what I can do every day to show up and focus on me and, work on my journey. So I just do my best. It's hard, but I do my best to not compare myself to other people. Sometimes comparison still comes out and I just have to lean on personal development to get my mind right. But comparison really is the thief of joy, and it doesn't serve you. So try, if you can, with all your might, to not let comparison get in your head. And then don't overcomplicate it. Really, with fitness, it's push and play every day. It's following the meal plan most of the time, treating yourself without guilt, drinking water, getting good sleep, having your shake. That is fitness, right? You know that. For business, it is showing up every day for yourself. It is sharing that journey on social media, and it is talking to people about it and inviting them to join you. That's it. That is really how simple this is. As with anything, it works if you work it. All right, last slide, I think. Just want to talk to you about how you can make an extra $800. So just to share with you, we talked about Success Club, why you want to hit it, why it's super important, and it's your goal every month. We're at the beginning of the month now. So, and also if you are going to get to Emerald, you're going to sign your spouse up. That generally you'll sign them up with a challenge pack. So that's 2 Success Club points right there. So for this first month, you really only need to find 2 other people. And here's what you can do. To hit Success Club, of course, you help 3 people enroll with a challenge pack. Month 1, if they enroll with that $160 Beachbody On Demand Shakeology pack, or Beachbody On Demand and the pre and post workout pack, you'll earn $50 commission on each of those sales. So for that first month, you earn $150. But it also is going to sign them up for auto ship. So in month 2, you're going to find 3 new people to help to hit Success Club again. So you'll earn that $150, but you're also going to get commission on those 3 people that purchased from you in month 1, because their Shakeology is going to ship again, and that's another $96. So in month 2, you earn $246. Month 3, same thing. You find 3 new people to help, you hit Success Club, you earn your free ticket to Summit, you're well on your way to earning that free vacation that we offer. And then you're also going to have 6 people that were on Shakeology on auto ship. The 3 people that you helped in month 1, the 3 people that you helped in month 2, for a total that month of $396. So in the next 3 months, you can be $800 richer just by helping people get fit and focusing on their health and fitness while you're doing the same. All right, what now, Emily, I think?
All right, yes. So the first thing, which most of y'all already have, is the new coach training university. So you need to start that. Ashley and I, whether you're my coach or hers, once you finish that, we get on a one-on-one call with you and go over it, because the thing is almost every question you have will probably be answered in that coach university, because it's everything Ashley and I have learned in the last 4 years, everything we failed at, is in that training to help you. We just created it this year and we've gotten awesome feedback. So please start there and take it. You can do it all in one day, or you can do it in 30 days, whatever you want. Start there. And then the next thing you need to do is pick a program. So a lot of you guys are probably doing 80-day obsession, which is great. The new Lift 4 is about to come out, but it's just so important that you pick a program and stick to it 100%, drinking your shake and also doing personal development. So don't waste time on that. Make sure you pick, like I said, pick a program and do it from beginning to end and show your social media and everyone. Don't wait till day 80 to show up on social media and talk about it. Talk about it now. I already said that, but yeah. I always say, what if, because I get coaches that are like, I'm going to wait until at least halfway or until I have a before, an after picture to share. And I always say, what if I would have put my business on pause to finish 80 days and lose 21 pounds, I would not be where I am today. People relate to the journey more than they relate to the destination, and they want to see proof. And that proof is you showing up every day. You know, they don't have, there's not any guesses they have to make on how you did it. They saw it, you know, your life change right before their eyes. So make sure you don't wait till you're ready or till when you're done. Start now. And then just don't get overwhelmed, because I feel like it's really easy to do. It's just take it one step at a time. If you're going to do the training, one day at a time is, you know, if a coach messages me and says, I'm overwhelmed, one day and one assignment at a time. And just like your workouts, one workout at a time. And we're here to answer questions. The team page is a great place as well, but we're all in this together.
All right, guys. So that's it. That's all we have. We will go through the questions now. And if you have any more questions, then type them in there, or you can unmute yourself. Lindsay said, I signed my mom up as a discount coach. She wants to order beach bars and an additional bag of Shakeology. She wants me to get the commission. How should I work that? So that's one thing that we should say. Once people enroll as coaches, you don't earn commission off of their orders anymore. But you have to think long term. Like, you don't want to always be hustling for every single dollar. You don't want to always have to be relying on the retail commissions. Ideally, you're going to be in this forever, right? 5 years from now, you're going to have a huge organization. You're going to be sitting where we are, training a bunch of people, and you will have, you know, a bunch of coaches under you where if you go on vacation, your paycheck still shows up. So right now you might be losing out on that short-term commission, but I just want to show one thing to you. Share my income with you. Crazy. So this is one business center. I have 3, and I also have my husband's account. This is what I got paid last week. We get paid weekly, you guys. So I earned $6,800 last week. So my retail commission is this. I earned $708 in selling, like people purchasing from me. I earned $339 from people who had purchased. Subscription is usually, this is people that are on Beachbody On Demand and their Beachbody On Demand re-upped, like in, you know, after the year. So that's that. And this here, this 4770 and 783 is from my team. It's from the volume, like it's from my team producing. So even if I had no, like the subscription's kind of just residual as well, because I don't work for that anymore. It just happens. The retail is the only thing that I really work for. So out of $6,800, $700 of it was retail, right? So you might miss out on the commission right now, but long-term, this is where you want to be. Wouldn't it be nice to go on vacation and still be earning this kind of money and just happening? I mean, it's not just happening, you got to work for it, right? But like, if something happens in your life, like I know if I get sick, I can take the time off and I'm still going to get paid. If I need to take care of Rev, if I need to do this, that, the other thing, like life gets hard, I go on vacation, like things come up, I know that I still have that security. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't generally share my income on these calls, but I just want to show you what's possible. And so that's kind of separate from, because it's your mom. The only way to really earn commission off of that from your mom is like if she ordered it under a separate account. There's really no way to do that anymore. Like as a coach, when she orders things, you don't get commission off of it. But as she orders, it will put volume. So I guess, sorry, I'll share one more thing. You'll learn about this in the New Coach University, but if we go to your volume, so what it will do when she orders is put volume in your team bank account, basically. So you get volume placed. I have this volume on my left and this volume on my right. So she's going to place volume in there for you. And every time there's 100 in one leg, well, I guess this is my weak leg. So every time there's 100 in one leg and 200 in the other, so you can see I have a lot here, then you earn a cycle bonus once you get to Emerald or higher. So when she orders, you're not going to earn commission off of it, but it will put volume in your bank account that you can make withdrawals on later. I don't want to get into that right now because it's very confusing, but there's a great video in our training that explains how you earn that cycle bonus. Okay, do you want to do this next one, Emily?
Yeah, my computer shut off, so I might be missing a question, but the next one I see is, how do you reach out to people? on
Yeah,
Instagram?
only Kirby's. Kirby is,
Okay.
with her being a coach. Oh, actually, she answered. Never mind. She answered. Oh, sorry, Kirby. I didn't even see that you replied that. But she said, with her being a coach, you'll no longer get commission. She can generate team volume, though. Thank you, Kirby, for answering. So yeah, then the next question is the one that you see, Emily.
Okay. How do we reach out to people on Instagram? Is it not smart to do just Insta? So you want to be using every platform that you have. Like, I wouldn't just stick to just one, because there's always, like, even though Facebook has slowed down a little bit, like, I still get business from there, and and Ashley does too. So you don't discount something because you think that it's slower. Like, use it anyways and show up there. It is frustrating. Personally, I know, because like my engagement's not good over Facebook, but it's still showing up and people notice it. And so use both. And then reaching out to people on Instagram is actually, I feel like, easier and not as scary, because that's just what people do on Instagram. And so I think Instagram's kind of taken the fear out of inviting, but you can usually see people's profiles and get to know them. And so I don't know if you're asking like what to say or like who to reach out to, but my tips for reaching out to people is always choosing, like, I go to like my favorite bloggers or people I like to watch on like The Bachelorette, and I go to the people that are following them, because I'm like, those are my tribe of people. Or I go to people, hairstylists and like that do like fancy braids, and I go to their followers, because those are the people that I'm going to want on my page. So if I follow them, I know they're likely going to follow me back because we have the same interests. And then, I'll just like their stuff here and there and then reach out. But it's usually just a quick, easy thing, because Instagram doesn't allow you to write much anyway, so it's easy.
Okay. Kindle says, did you know a lot of people when you first started? If not, how did you overcome not knowing that many people? I didn't know. I mean, I knew people, right? But I didn't use social media at all. Like maybe once or twice a month I would post something. So I wasn't really a big social media user, but I started sharing immediately. Like, I opened my Foodie Girl page before I was even really coaching. And I relied on the network of people that know and love me. So your first couple of months, you're not selling to your friends and family, but you are just being excited about something and asking them if they want to join you. But the first couple of months, really for like the first 4 or 5 months, it was like all of my closest friends and family. It was like, initially the first month was like my best friends. And then it was like my family was more weary than my best friends. So it was like my best friends. And then once they started doing it, then the friends of friends started doing it. And then it was like my family in month 3 started doing it and stuff. So I really used my warm market at first and continued to show up every single day on social media, and then make connections and, send messages and talk to people every day and go find people the way that Emily found them. We didn't really use Instagram when we first started this business, but I would go find them on Facebook. And so as I was working, using my warm market, the people that already knew, love, and trusted me, I was building like a cold market and trying to turn them warm. So while I had people that I knew, I was growing so that people started to trust me. So that's how I did it. Jessica.
I just started really working the biz. It's month 3 since signing up, so I know I won't get a summit ticket, but how many months a year do I have to hit for the next Mexico trip? So the next year it's a cruise on like the biggest cruise ship in the world, I guess. And so I think we did the math, and I think it's like hitting Success Club 10. Yeah, Success Club 10 every month for a year. So you can figure out like if you're falling short where you need to pick up, but that's basically the average.
And you will get a summit ticket, Jessica. It's just for next year's summit. So you can still, no, you can't.
Yeah.
It's been a coach for 3 months, but, sorry. But any of you guys, you will still get a summit ticket. It'll just be for next year's. It won't be for this year's. That's in 2 weeks. But also the way that the trips work is it's usually $1,200, and you earn like that. You pay that down it's for you and a guest is $1,200, and you pay that down by Success Club. So every time you hit Success Club and you earn if you hit Success Club 5, then that turns into $50. Every point is $10 once you hit Success Club. So but if you hit Success Club, 10 every month, January through December, that's $120 or $1,200. So it's 120 Success Club points. So that pays for the trip. But since you are now halfway through the year, you want to try to go higher than 10 every month, or like if you get invited to go on the cruise next year, then you can still pay for portion of the cruise. Like you don't have to have Success Club pay for every single bit of it when you like come in halfway through the year, but you want to, right? You want to earn a free trip. So that's how that works, is you pay it down, and they bill quarterly. So it's usually, what is it, $350 quarterly. So you just need 5 points or something between every 4 months, right? So, or 6 or 3 months or something like that. Anyway, all right. Amber said, still recovering from my C-section and unable to exercise, but eager to dive in. I'm focusing on 2B mindset, but I'm feeling like since I'm not exercising, it's harder to share. And should I wait until I can? I think so many times we put these objections in our brain. Like Emily and I are doing the cleanse right now. We're not exercising at all, but we're still, recruiting people and building our business. That's still a journey. And actually, when I first launched my business, when I first decided to really start sharing, I was doing the Ultimate Reset. And you can earn Success Club points via the Ultimate Reset. If you have them order it on auto ship, and then I just have them cancel it because people don't want the supplements. It's kind of a way to trick the system. But I also am not a fan of paying for shipping, and shipping on the Ultimate Reset is like $20. So anyway, but if you're doing the 2B mindset, then you don't have to work out. You can still get people set up with the 2B mindset, and it's still the best value for them. Like they can do the 2B mindset and Shakeology. That's 2 Success Club points. Best value though is 2B mindset, Shakeology, and Beachbody On Demand. I think it's $220 now. I think price just went up to $220. But you can still absolutely do that. So a lot of times we tell ourselves like, oh, it's harder because of XYZ. But if your mind is the most powerful thing. So if you just take that objection out, like that limiting belief off the table, it doesn't exist anymore. And I don't think it's true that just because you're not working out, it's harder to sell, because you're still doing a program, you're still going to see results, right?
And there's so many women that probably are in the same boat as you that are going to relate to you that can't relate to me or Ashley right now. So,
yeah.
Someone asked why you have 3 accounts, but.
So every time you get 2-star, so as you guys grow, you'll help your team advance. And every time you help one of your personally sponsored coaches get to diamond, that makes you like a 1-star. And then when you help that 2 people do that, you go to 2-star. And once you go to 2-star, you can sign yourself as a coach under yourself. So that's like why I have another business center. So in my first account, the first Ashley that signed up, when I helped my first 2 coaches go diamond, then I was able to open like Ashley 2, sign her up under me. And then I did the same thing in that business center. Right? So kind of confusing, but as you grow, you're able to like clone yourself in your business, which is rad.
Your 90 PV, someone asked when your 90 PV HD loads in. It's when it ships. So if you had it shipped last month, that counted towards last month for Success Club. So mine, for instance, doesn't ship until like the 28th. So mine all month says not qualified up until the 28th. If that stresses you out, then just move up your order date. But so like, for instance, Lizzie, I'm sure you order on HD. So when it comes out next time, that's when it will say qualified.
You can check if you go where I showed you in your back office, my business, and then my orders or something, you can check what date your last Shakeology shipped to. Casey asked if we use Stim Social to get followers. Neither one of us do. We just learned about it like a week ago when another coach did a call for us.
And then do you recommend make a fitness page or use your personal page? Use your personal page. Like I have people always ask me like, should I make a new fitness Instagram? Whatever. Why give yourself more work and make things harder on yourself? Stick to what you already have. You already have a group of people following you, your friends and family. And if, the biggest thing I hear is, what if I annoy them? You're not going to annoy them if you're just like spreading positivity. And if you do, then that's their problem, not yours. And obviously, yes, if you're like posting ads all day and the same thing, then that might annoy someone. But add a variety and make sure that you're just being, relatable, and people will love you.
And what I would say is, especially don't start a Facebook page. If you don't have an Instagram yet, you can use your personal page on Facebook and then start an Instagram account. So like what Emily said, if you already have an Instagram, don't feel like you have to repurpose it to be fitness, but I would open an Instagram account. Facebook makes it incredibly hard for people to see your stuff. So I just don't think it's worth the time that you have to put in to build it. But Instagram is a growing platform, and it's much more user-friendly. It's much easier for people to find you on there, for strangers to find you and stuff like that. So if you already made an extra page, then, I mean, if you want to, it's just, you can use it, but it just requires a lot more attention. And I mean, like Emily and I, you know, we both still have our pages and we use them. I just have found, like, I have over 3 times the follow. I have over 300,000 followers on my Foodie Girl page, and I have a third of the people that see my stuff. I have 80,000 or something on Instagram, which, guys, remember, it's taken me 5 years to build this. So you don't need, I had 0 followers when I started. So don't feel like you have to have that kind of following to like see success. But I have like 80,000 or something on Instagram, and I have 4 times as many people see my stuff and comment on my stuff on Instagram than Facebook. So I just don't feel like it's worth the time that you're putting into that page. So it's not a big deal if you started the page. You can keep posting there. I just no longer create content specific for Facebook. Like, I go live now on Instagram. Sometimes I'll also go live on Facebook, but I used to spend a lot more time like loving on my Facebook page, and now I just spend more of my energy on building Instagram. I'm not shutting down my page. I'm just spending more energy on that. Making your Kirby said, highly recommend making the page a business page. Are you talking about Facebook or Instagram?
Probably Instagram.
Yeah.
Because Instagram, you get way more features and stuff.
All right.
Cool.
And sorry, someone sent me a message privately. I'm just going to answer it, but I'm not going to say your name. She said, confused about the prices I paid. I signed up for BOD through you and paid $99. Very shortly after, I signed up for Shakeout and 2B Mindset and paid $220. Is that right? I think you might have paid for BOD twice. Because I think that, right, Emily? Because I feel like the $220 includes BOD, Shakeology, and the 2B Mindset, whereas 2B Mindset and Shakeology.
But is she saying like she bought $99 like last year and then bought 2B Mindset?
Very shortly after I signed up. Like, I signed up for BOD through you and paid $99 very shortly after I signed up for Shakeology and 2B Mindset. So I would check with, because I think that, do you know what the price is for Shakeology and the 2B Mindset?
It's $160.
Yeah, so you should have paid $160 instead of the $220. So I would reach out to Coach Relations and.
It was a week after. Sorry.
What?
She said, she commented and said it was a week after.
Oh yeah, there she is publicly. Her name's Jenny, everybody.
Yeah, so usually they'll like prompt us and tell us like this person already has bought, so maybe there was a glitch or something. So I would just check and contact Coach Relations. They'll take care of you.
Yeah. Okay. So Lizzie doesn't understand the legs and adding people to different legs. Go through the Coach Training University because it's explained better in there. And then after you graduate the university, you'll set up a one-on-one call with your coach. And if you still have questions, then we will answer them. Because it is very confusing, but there's a great video in the new Coach Training. All right, guys, I got to hop off. I have another call, but thank you guys so much for spending over an hour with us learning how to build your business. We can't wait to see you freaking soar with this.
All right. Thank you all. Bye.